Hello.
Hello, Stephasocks friends. We are back with another upload. Today we are doing a show and tell, which used to be like one of my favourite things at school when you gotta like stand up in front of everyone, and a lot of the time you'd come with like something that you were holding and you'd just ramble on about it for about like 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I feel like that's my lifestyle now, so...
Oh, man. Well, what is it? What have you got for the people?
Okay, so I've been going through my bookshelf recently, and if you didn't know about me, is that I am a huge like bookworm.
Oh, she loves to read this one.
I love books. We've got our zines here. We've got Cereal Fairies, Doodles and Me. And
oh, how kind of... Hang on, you didn't show them... Yes.
I did say Una.
Thank you.
But the reason I wanted to share it is that I wanted to share some of my recent finds, which is these two fanzines that I was part of like a long time ago.
Oh, I forgot about these.
Yeah, and I thought it would be nice to share some of like...
Yeah, Steph was in these. That's incredible.
Because like obviously I've made like these now, but these were sort of like my early history.
This was before.
Of, like...
Yes, absolutely.
So in this one, it's historical poachers, and
I love that.
I was tasked with drawing Tutankhamun. So there's my art piece that I made for that.
Let me get that. There we go. Tutankhamun.
And look, there's my name. That's me.
Oh, so it does. Ooh.
And before anyone asks, I really don't think these will be sold anymore. They were like just little charity.
This is yeah, it was for
zines.
charity and it was a long time ago.
Then there was this one. I was so excited that I got to be part of this.
Oh, it's an Avatar one.
Yeah, the Children of the Earth fanzine. So the spoiler is that this was about the Korra series, and at the time that I applied for the zine, I hadn't actually seen the Korra series. I'd only seen the original like Avatar run, and I loved Avatar. So when I didn't think I'd get accepted for the scene, so when I was accepted, we had to like binge watch all of Korra, and
it was really fun.
It was
to do.
really good. Yeah,
I had a great
time.
And what did you do in that one?
So in this one, I did it inspired by the Korra tea party.
Oh god, yeah. I remember that scene, yeah.
There's a few artists in here who like I'm friends with now as well that I recognise. Like I'm pretty sure that one was Anusha's artwork. She's got like a YouTube channel.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Then who else have we got hiding in here? I remember my friend Teresa was in here.
Oh, Teresa makes such good art as well.
Oh, that's mine.
You found yours?
Yeah, that's mine on the
right side.
I was going to say the left, but...
There we go, there's Steph's. Oh, that's awesome. I'm just trying to move.
Oh, and I'm pretty sure that's our friend Rosemary Travell who did that.
Yeah,
one.
Rosemary, yes, yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Do you think my artwork's changed much since these?
It's, yeah, definitely. I think it's got better.
I can find it. Oh, here. My friend Teresa did that one there with the flying like lemur things. Yeah, I love that one.
Isn't that awesome? I love that.
Oh, it was so fun doing something like this with so many people that I knew.
Oh, is there an artist page?
Yeah, and we got to draw...
Oh, there we go, yeah.
We were asked that if we wanted to, we got to draw like an icon for ourselves, and we could draw ourselves as like a water bender, fire bender, or whatever. So I did myself as a water bender.
Oh, and that website's out of date. Don't visit that.
Stephanie is a children's illustrator based in the rainy depths of the UK. She has a burning passion for guinea pigs and doodling with highlighter pens. Wow,
some things never change, do they? That's really cute.
Okay, so moving on. That's like my early history.
That's
with,
OG. That's a long time ago.
An even older throwback is that before I was doing YouTube, I was working as a children's book illustrator.
This is going way back.
Yeah. And I was tasked with doing some like Minecraft themed illustrations for like this unofficial Minecraft book series that someone had done.
There you go. You might just want to tilt it towards me because these are very glossy.
Shiny, yeah.
There we go, yeah. So Steph did the illustrations for these at the bottom.
So there's that one. And there's this one.
Enderman and Villager.
And this one with some squids.
Oh, I like that one. That's very cute.
And then this one, which had a horse on it.
Oh, I think that one was my favourite one. I like how warm it looks.
There's a series of those.
4?
I think, yeah, it's got my name on the back.
Is it just down here at the bottom? Oh yeah, cover illustration. There she is.
That's me, Stephanie Hazel Evans.
That's this one. Published numerous times.
And I was so excited with this series as well because they did this thing where in the back they'd put like an advertisement in for like the other books in the series. And I was like, oh my god, that's my artwork.
That's your artwork again, yeah.
Yeah, I love that so much that when I did the Cereal Fairies in the back of this one, I did like a little extra My Books page.
Oh, we love to see it. Self-promo, yes. She even put the ISBNs. This pro. This girl right here, every way to search for it, she's got you covered.
Yeah, sorted. Okay, so some other things that I wanted to show off. These aren't things that I've been like published in or had my artwork in, but it's just things that I've been inspiring. So
yeah.
I like seeing that kind of stuff from other people. Kind of a topical thing and kind of sad in a way.
Oh, yes, yes.
The Hungry Caterpillar. I didn't actually own this book.
No,
Adam purchased it for me very recently, didn't you?
Well, you had a copy, didn't you? Basically, as a kid, Steph had one, and she didn't have one anymore. And it was one of her favourite ones as a kid. So, unfortunately, the guy that wrote it passed away recently.
Yeah, was he the writer and the illustrator as well of it?
I think so.
But yeah, I was obsessed with like the story.
But the fact that, you know, he'd passed away and Steph didn't have one, it's like, oh.
I really love all like the textures and stuff that you get in.
And the one that you've got there's like a pop-up one. Yeah, there you go. It's really cute.
And it's really special to me as well because it's like one of the only books that I have like a memory of my dad reading to me, because he was the kind of person that wasn't really into like reading books, but when he did, it was so exciting. And what I didn't realise is that my dad didn't actually read the books. He'd just sort of look at the pictures and make up his own story as he went along.
Oh.
So, for the longest time, what I actually thought happened in the story, because my dad had went through it and told me it, is that the caterpillar went through eating like all the stuff on every single page. And eventually he got to this page.
He got thick.
And then he told me that he was sick, and then it starts again from the beginning, and then he's small again.
Oh my god.
There was never a butterfly process in this.
Oh my god, he never... Oh no!
Interestingly enough, I grew up with emetophobia, which is a fear of being sick, so I wonder if like, it was this book that traumatised me.
Nothing quite like a bit of childhood trauma with the Hungry Caterpillar.
Oh, I wonder if anyone will remember this. It's like a throwback to really early DeviantArt days.
Ooh, it's good though.
But she is a popular artist known as Philippa Rice. And I got some of her stuff from a convention in London because I actually got to meet her, and she signed one of my books for me. I wonder if I've got it over there.
It's probably hidden away somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, and I've got 3 of these, which is a comic series she used to make called My Cardboard Life.
And check this out.
And my inner Rimsies was like screaming when it saw these, because I love that it's made with like coloured card. And then the characters are actually made of like paper and cardboard and stuff.
They're beautiful. I love the choice of colour that she used for the covers as well.
Yeah, and the theme of like the comics would be always sort of themed around like stationery or like...
Yeah, see?
I absolutely love these.
They're adorable. They're great.
That is like one of my all-time favourite comic series. And the fact that I was able to buy it with like some of the original artworks like cut out and put on the front, I was like, oh my god,
it's very special,
yeah, for me. So I'm very happy to own those.
If there's like some kind of aesthetic for books and stuff, it's like stuff that's cut out and stuck on and illustrated and stuff. You're crazy for that stuff.
I am. Let me just safely pop these.
Oh yeah, keep them safe, man.
And I don't know if she still uses that website because it was very old, but it was My Cardboard Life.
Cardboard Life. Oh, there you go. Well, something there, guys, if you are curious.
Oh, another one of my art books that I'd lost for like the past year or so, and I've recently just refound it.
Turns out it was under a pile of books.
Yeah, it was a pile of books. Is this book called Futofuri Kairuto?
I wouldn't look at me for confirmation. I will not be able to tell you.
I think it means something along the lines of like to look back like fondly.
Oh, like reminiscing?
When I bought this book, I couldn't read like any Japanese, so I had no idea like what any of it said.
You were suckered in by and who wouldn't be? The illustration on the front's really cute. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, the artist who did this, they work with like Studio Ghibli. I think
you can
like
tell,
a background artist or something. And some of these illustrations are like...
They're just so wholesome.
It feels like rice paper or something. It's like...
Yeah, there's a definite, distinct texture to the paper. It's hard to explain. You know, like kind of how like you can get like pressed watercolor paper that has the more rough feel.
Oh my gosh, I get so excited just looking at this. So it's got like drawings of.
Let me get close. I want to see this.
So these are from like 1992 to 1994.
They're so good at capturing. The only way I guess I could call it is like everyday life.
Yeah, that's what I really love about this book, is that I won't go through like each and every single page.
But like stuff like this, you know, like with a shopping cart and the kids and someone on a bike and like someone taking their kid or whatever for a walk.
It just really feels so like sincere, like people just going about and doing things stuff in the day-to-day life.
And it's done, am I right in saying that these are mostly pencil
I think
crayon?
they're coloured pencils.
Like that, the one with the bike definitely looks like pencil.
Oh, so cute.
And these are, yeah, like stuff like that. Like, that's amazing.
That kid's yelling, melon!
Melon? Mm-hmm. He wants melon? Mm-hmm. It's amazing that I have no idea. I thought he was doing, like, the XD face.
There's just
it's
so
full,
many...
It's full, it's amazing.
Yeah, and then it goes into, like, 1995, and it's just, like, a nice little time capsule.
Yeah, it's like observation drawings that they've stylized of that time.
Of like 90s
It's
Japan.
really nice. It's like a really cozy book to like look at, I guess you could say. Has those really I'm sorry, but they're so good at drawing bikes, it's unfair. Look how cool that bike is.
I feel like every time I look in this book I'm like, oh my god, I am so ready to draw something. I'm so happy.
Would you draw a bike?
We should probably do that one day.
Stuff's like, I'm not that inspired.
It's like art on hard mode.
Okay, oh god, what have you got now?
Okay, so this is a shout out to like one of my all-time inspirations, and naturally I own like the 2 huge box sets that these come with.
Here they are.
No, I'm not sure if these were actually popular like overseas, but in the UK these are like really popular.
Mr. Men is a big deal.
I think Roger Hargreaves, he was British...
That's the dude.
...writer / illustrator. Mm-hmm. And just to give you like a little peek of what these are like. Oh, this one's a bit harder to get them out.
Yeah, the little miss is like a top opening box.
Yeah. Let me grab this one. So, they look like this.
Yeah, they always came in like square little books.
This is what inspired my entire like Hamstars series.
You know, now you've said that. Yeah, like writing and an illustration.
Writing on this side, illustration on this side, and then on the back all the characters.
Oh, it's cute, look at that. Yeah, I can totally see that with Hamstars now you've said that.
Yeah, I was totally just ripping off like Mr. Men and Little Miss.
Well, at least you're honest. What about you guys? Have you guys ever came across a Mr. Men before?
I feel like I need to show you a Mr. Men.
It's a big, heavy box, yeah.
And it was always my childhood dream to collect all the Mr. Men books so that it could make, see how it says like My Little Miss Library?
Oh yeah, with all the books, yeah.
Yeah, because if you managed to collect them all it would say that. And my childhood collection, because I would get them like second hand from like charity shops and stuff, it would just sort of say like, well, but...
That's me.
Yeah. So I was like, one day when I'm an adult, I am going to buy myself a full collection of these.
You managed there, and you got it.
And I'm so proud that I've got these.
Oh wow,
now.
that's a Jesus Christ! Look at that. That's my Mr. Men library. Oh, with the little worm dude on. Mm-hmm. I love it when like big series and stuff do that with the spines.
And they come together.
It's really cute. Yeah.
Let's grab one at random and see who we get. Oh, it's Mr. Worry.
Mr. Worry. Oh god.
Very fitting. Oh, the character designs are just so good on these.
What else you got? Mr. Impossible.
That's Mr. Impossible. Oh, and Mr. Dizzy. I remember looking at Mr. Dizzy when I was a kid. It used to make me feel like, what's the word for it? Car sick. I don't know why. I associate his face with, like, feeling car sick.
It's a bit tragic for him.
Oh, there's another book that I really want to grab. Mm-hmm. The Haunted House one back there.
What is that?
I'm so excited to show this. So I didn't actually have this book when I was younger. I had a PC ROM version of the game. Oh my god. And I played that game so many times. I think it was like one of the things that got me obsessed with making like flash games from like an early-ish age, because you'd like click on things and you'd look for like where the key was to escape out the house. And when I was looking into that game again as an adult, I discovered that there was actually a book, so I don't know if the book was based on it or if the book came first or whatever. But I was like, oh my god.
This book is insane. Like the pop-out stuff, it's nuts.
And considering this is like the game that when I was like a kid that I was so obsessed with playing. Ooh, there's a spider there.
Look at it. It's crazy. The amount of like skill you must have to, and like brain power to be able to make a pop-up book and all the different and all the different elements of it that work. It blows my mind. The door opens. Is there a ghost in there? Is that what that is?
There's a spooky ghost.
Oh.
So
that's
good.
awesome.
Can you see the spider in there as well?
I can see his legs, yeah. Oh yeah, there he is. Like look at it.
And he was like a singing frog in the Flash game. I used to love him. Shout out to the big frog.
Crazy.
It's just such a good book.
Oh wow.
Oh, and in the Flash game I remember there was sort of like a mix and match game with these cupboards, you know, like when you sort of open like 2 different doors. I wonder if you meant to open these.
Oh yeah, they open. They have like little tabs on. I think it's just because with this book they've just never been opened. Look at that, every single one.
Yeah, and there's like different little things. Oh, mushrooms!
Look at that, that's crazy.
Oh, I've got to open that last one now. There we go.
This is so you, like having something to like fiddle around with and open and close.
And if you look at like the art style as well, with like sort of like all the inky scratchy lines and stuff, I feel like that's very my art style.
The broken outline on that door.
Is that where I've got it from? Oh yeah.
That's that bit, yeah. Starting to see some similarities here, Queen.
Yeah, I think this was like my all-time childhood inspiration. Oh, look at the ducks flying.
I love it. It's amazing.
The clock moves and the fire's like changing colour.
So cool.
Oh, and there'd always be like mice in every level as well.
Cute little mousy friends.
I wonder if anyone else recognises this. Oh yeah, there was
a crocodile in the bath.
Crocodile in the bath.
And a cat in the toilet.
I just love like how much work was like put into.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to remember like what things open and what things don't sometimes with this. There we go. I've managed to close that. Whoop.
Oh, so that's the bedroom. That's awesome. Hello. Ooh. You're having so much fun with that book, aren't you?
And some kind of like vampire teeth in there. A ghost!
That's really cool. I love that. Oh my god. It's just the amount of detail that's in them, it's crazy. There's like a big bat at the top.
I think he's got a bit stuck in there.
But it's an old book as well, isn't it?
Yeah, he was a little bit stuck. There we go.
There you go, Mr. Bennett. There we go. Wonderful. Oh.
Oh, I love it so much. Such a fantastic book. How long have I been going for, would you say?
About 20 minutes.
Oh my god. Okay. I'll call it quits there. But let me know if you like this style of video, and I will show and tell you other
god,
things.
she has so many things to show you.
I really
do. It's
do.
unreal.
But thank you so much for watching, and have a good Christmas.